Are you in your 20s or early 30s?
To everybody that be living it up, we say.
Do you wonder why you're struggling financially?
You serious? Got about 10 cars.
In this video, I'm breaking down the 10-year rule, a simple but powerful concept that explains how just one decade of smart financial choices can completely change your future. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s, or even later in life, what you do in the next 10 years will determine how easy or hard the rest of your life will be. So if you want to set yourself up for success, make sure you watch this video till the end. The best time to start the 10-year rule is in your 20s. These are supposed to be your foundation years. You likely have no major responsibilities yet, like owning a house, car payments, kids, spouse, taking care of aging parents, etc. You might have student loans you need to take care of. Ideally, in your 20s, you finish school and get yourself a big boy job. You pay off your student loans, save as much as possible, start investing, and work your way up for a higher paying job. But if you say, screw it, I'm only young once, I'm gonna live it up and spend all my money, you will pay for it in your 30s. Your 30s are usually your expensive years. This is when you do take on all these responsibilities and your expenses grow. House, furniture for the house, car payment, raising kids, pets, wedding, and vacations. So if you didn't get your finances in order in your 20s, you're either in a lot of debt or will need to wait till your 40s. On the other hand, if you spend your 20s wisely, you'll enter your 30s in control, able to handle these expenses without drowning in debt. Your 30s should be about growing your income and maintaining financial discipline, not digging yourself out of a financial hole.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
Your 40s are usually your peak earning years, and you should be pretty stable. By now, life gets a little easier. The kids are growing up and need less hands-on time. A lot of big purchases are already behind you. And with extra income, you can really maximize investments, secure retirement, and enjoy more of life. If you didn't start your 10-year rule in your 20s, your 40s will be once again playing catch-up, probably in more debt, and might have missed the boat on some of life's experiences. The best time to start is in your 20s. The second best time is right now. This is because of compound interest and exponential growth. Compound interest is the interest you earn on both your initial investment and the interest that accumulates over time. In other words, your interest earns interest. And this is powerful because of exponential growth, where investors benefit from larger growth over longer periods. Let's take a look at an example. Let's say at 20, you start investing $500 a month and earn an average return of 10%. Your portfolio will be worth over $1.1 million by the time you hit 50. Now, what if instead you started investing at 30 instead? $500 a month, 10% return? At 50, your portfolio would only be worth around $380,000. That's a $720,000 difference just because of a 10-year delay. Let's take a look at why. Your portfolio will take 10 years to reach 100K, but only another 5 years to reach 200K, then another 3 years to reach 300K. And by year 30, your portfolio grows over 100K in under a year. The longer the time horizon, the more benefit you'll see. Your first 100K is the hardest to save and invest. But after that, your money grows exponentially. This is why your net worth explodes after 100K.
Kaboom, blam!
And this is why the 10-year rule works. Because you should be close to 100K after 10 years of saving and investing and properly managing your finances. I ignored my finances the first 5 years of my 20s. Wasted all my money, had no financial goals, dropped out of college, and maxed out my credit cards. At 25, I had enough.
I'm so tired of partying. So very tired.
I started looking into how to save money. I learned as much as I could, paid off all my debts, and started saving and investing. Since my 10 years ran into my 30s, I did spend a good bit of my money. But despite that, my liquid assets like stocks, crypto, and cash are around $70,000, and my other assets like my home and business equipment and machinery puts my total net worth around $180,000. I'm 36 now. Hopefully my net worth will continue to grow exponentially so I can secure my retirement and leave a legacy for my son. What if you start late? Even if you're in your 30s or 40s, the 10-year rule still applies. The average life expectancy in Canada is 81 years. So even if you do start at 40, it might be too late to retire early, but you can still secure a comfortable retirement and help your kids avoid financial struggles. You don't want to be a financial burden to your children. You want to be able to help them out as much as you can. Now, some people have a head start because their parents followed the 10-year rule. If your parents were financially responsible, you probably got some help. Maybe they paid for your school, gave you a down payment for a house, or helped you avoid debt. But if you had to help your parents instead, you're at a disadvantage. I know this struggle personally. If you're starting with nothing, it just means you have to be more disciplined, more aggressive, and more intentional with your money. The hard truth is that most people will never take the 10 years. And for this, they will struggle with money their entire lives. They may start it, get a bit of momentum, but then fall into lifestyle inflation and buy liabilities that don't grow their assets like a new car. They rather spend $600 a month on a depreciating car than spend $600 a month building real wealth. And they never commit long enough to see results. They get comfortable with debt, believing car payments, credit cards, and high mortgages are just a part of normal life. Or they try to wait for the perfect time to start, but that time never comes.
It's been 84 years.
These people will likely struggle forever and be one emergency away from financial disaster. If you're in your 20s now, take 10 years starting today to buckle down, get serious, and make smart money choices. If you commit, stay disciplined, and make the right moves for just one decade, the rest of your life will be easier. Now, I want you to comment below when you started your 10-year rule. I started mine in 2015, and I started it just by watching YouTube videos. At the time, there wasn't a lot of Canadian-based financial content, so finding the right knowledge and wisdom wasn't easy. But now there's plenty of Canadian YouTube channels, blogs, subreddits, and other resources. Like this video on the right of the screen, which is my complete guide to financial literacy. There you will learn everything I learned in the past 10 years. See you there.